Welcome back to River Fishing USA. Thank you for tuning in. So I've had a lot of people ask me how to start a fishing YouTube channel, specifically about the gear I use and how to start recording videos. So in this video I'll be covering that as well as all the essentials to start filming fishing videos on YouTube. If you see anybody online or in person who asks about starting a channel, or if you know anybody who is interested in becoming a fishing YouTuber, please link them to this video. It would be very much appreciated and help my channel grow, as well as help others learn to start a channel and become the best YouTubers they can be. Now before we begin, there is one big question that you need to ask yourself, and that is, why have I not hit that like button yet? Seriously, hitting the like button down below really shows your support to the channel and helps me grow. It helps the YouTube algorithm that you enjoyed this video, and it'll really help get my name out there. So I really appreciate your support in liking the video. Also, by hitting that like button down below, you will get 7 years of good luck on starting your own channel. So be sure to drop a like down below, and with that, enjoy the video. Alright, so the first thing we'll cover is your gear. What all do you need to start filming fishing YouTube videos? A camera, or cameras, specifically an action camera. Mine is the GoPro Hero 8, but there are many different options for cameras that you can choose from. My buddy uses a camera called the DJI Osmo Action. That's a more inexpensive camera that has comparable video quality and is another one that you might want to look into. There's a ton of different action camera options, so just be sure that you find one that fits your budget and fits the quality that you are searching for in your videos. There's a bunch of options out there for you, so just be sure to research before you make a big purchase. Mounts. I use the chest mount. People use the head mounts. It is all your personal choice. With the head mounts, you're going to see more the moving around head action, whereas the chest mount stays looking straight forward and doesn't move around much unless you're moving your body. So it's a little more positioned and stable, but whichever one is your preference, whichever one fits your video style is going to be the best option for you. Now you can also look into an external microphone for the GoPro. You're going to need an adapter and then the GoPro microphone. That's something else you can research if you're interested. I think that the GoPro microphone is fine, but it is not amazing. So if you're trying to get the absolute most professional footage and really want that high quality audio, then you might want to look into an external microphone for your GoPro or other action camera. You'll also want to be sure that you have extra batteries for your GoPro. I have 3 batteries total that I use, and I could honestly go for more of them. The GoPros don't have very good battery life, and to get me through a 4 to 5 hour fishing trip, I really need to use all 3 batteries that are at full battery charge. Some cameras have different battery life, so you're also going to want to research that. If you get a GoPro, be sure to get extra batteries so that you can film the entire fishing trip that you want. You also need an SD card for your action camera. You'll need to look and see what type of SD card your camera requires. Usually that'll be a micro SD card. I usually try and shoot for a minimum of a 128 gigabyte SD card, because if you're shooting in 1080p or 4K videos, they fill up really quickly, so you'll want to have as much space as possible. I'd usually shoot for a 128 gigabyte or a 256 gigabyte SD card. I would recommend 64 being the minimum you go with, otherwise you're just gonna have to be deleting videos constantly that you didn't catch any fish in, and it's just a waste of time and a waste of battery. So shoot for a higher SD card and it'll come in handy. You will also need a laptop with video editing software. I use Adobe Premiere Pro, but there are, once again, a lot of different options for video editing. Whatever is the smoothest workflow for you and helps you get your videos processed and edited in the quickest time possible will be your best bet.
Now here's the GoPro. I always make sure to try and shoot in the super view mode so that I don't miss any fish that might be way over here or way over here. It just gets the most scenery and the most fish as possible in the picture. So I always shoot at that, but choose the settings that are the best for you, whatever settings fit your video style the best, and that'll work out for you. All I really do here is adjust the GoPro, and make sure the screen is on, adjust it to get the angle that you want for fishing, and you simply hit the record button, And you're recording. Once you're recording, you can make sure that everything is in frame, that your rod and reel can be seen, and that you can see the whole area that you're fishing in. You can cast out. Obviously, it's a little too muddy to catch any fish today. Additionally, sometimes I will set up an extra camera. I have this other GoPro. It's an older model, but it's on a tripod here, and this will raise up and down just like that. So I'll sometimes set up an extra angle, and you can have that running off to the side, just so if you want a secondary angle of you fishing, you always have that option. You can throw those clips into the video with the rest.
All right, so once you have your clips recorded, you're just gonna open up your video editing software. Mine is, once again, Adobe Premiere Pro, but there are lots of different options that you could choose from, so pick whichever one is easiest and best for you. You're gonna open up your files, and you're gonna take your videos and drag them into this little section down here. Once again, if you're using Adobe Premiere Pro, this one is pretty popular and basically the industry standard for video editing, but like I said, there's a lot of easier options out there too, but this one is pretty basic and they all should be pretty easy for you to figure out. So once your video clip is in here, you can drag any of them in whatever order you want on this timeline here. They're gonna pop up and show up there as a preview.
And you're recording.
You can play just like that. Stop it, just as you like. Now all the editing process really is clipping out parts you don't like. So say I don't like it all up to here. You can just choose this razor tool, which you can also access by pressing C. There, we'll click on that. Click that spot on the timeline. Then you can go back to the cursor, select this. I will delete that, and we'll just drag this back to the beginning, and now we've got the part that we want.
Additionally, sometimes I will set up and
every time I say or I screw up what I'm saying, I will cut those parts out and piece them together in the order that I want. You can add music by just dragging it into this section down to the lower left, just like we did with the video clips. Then drag those onto the timeline. You can adjust volume, you can do all that stuff. You can make any modifications you need, and once your video is looking perfect, you simply go up to File, then Export, Media. Wait for this to load, and then we can just name it on this output name it whatever we like. I believe all the settings here are correct. I have my format at H.264. I don't know what that means, but that's what it's on, and it has worked well for me. So just click on that, name it, put it where you want it to be, and then just click export. It'll take a few minutes, and your video should be on your desktop or wherever you saved it to and ready to upload. Okay, so I hope you've dropped a like on this video by now. If not, what are you waiting for? For the last part of this video, I wanted to share some quick tips for growing your channel and really what to do once you have started filming your videos. Now, obviously, I'm not a world famous fishing YouTuber yet. I did have success a few years back when I had a gaming channel that amassed over 10,000 subscribers. So the following tips are tips that I learned personally, as well as tips that I've heard from other much more successful YouTubers than myself. Now, tip number one is make high quality videos. This should be a given, obviously, and there are two sides to this, and that is the gear and the content. Now for the gear, make sure that you obviously have good quality camera gear. You want to be able to see your fish clearly. You want to be able to see and experience the scenery. Make sure that you have good microphone quality and it doesn't sound like you're talking through a fan. Put time into editing and make sure that your videos are high quality, however you define that. For the content, make sure you are putting out videos that you yourself would watch. If you wouldn't watch them, why would anybody else? So make sure that you are putting stuff out that you are proud of, that you are happy with. and that you yourself would enjoy. If you would watch the video, there are surely others out there who would watch it as well. If you are going to make clickbaity titles, make sure that you deliver on that clickbait. Make sure that if you say you're going to catch a huge fish in this video, make sure it is actually worth somebody clicking on. If not, people are going to feel lied to and they're going to click away and not come back. So make sure you deliver on that clickbait and make sure that your videos are high quality and will make people want to stick around. Here's a bonus tip. Make sure that you have high quality artwork, both your profile picture and your banner on YouTube, so that when people come to your channel, it'll kind of give you a sense of credibility, a sense of professionalism, and more likely make people want to stick around. Tip number 2, make original content. Make sure you are not copying anybody specifically. Make sure you're doing your own thing. YouTube is super saturated with content and videos, and it's really hard to stand out. So make sure you're doing something original that helps you stand out above everyone else. If there's somebody who's better than you at making a certain type of video, why would somebody choose to spend their time watching you over somebody else? Make sure that you are doing something that you're either better at or that you're putting your own twist on that makes it interesting for newcomers. Additionally, don't focus your time on making videos that have been done a million times before. If you're going to try something that's been done before, once again, put your own twist on it. If you're gonna do a fishing for bass video, try and mix it up and do something like fishing for bass from a helicopter. Actually, that sounds like a pretty good idea. I might actually have to do that sometime. Just don't make the videos that have been done a million times before, because nobody needs to see another caught my biggest bag of bass, over 60 pounds of fish. Tip number 3, make evergreen content. Evergreen content is content that is timeless and that people are going to keep coming back for over and over, year after year after year. This is videos on timeless fishing baits or tutorials just like this one, or a tutorial like my video where I teach you how to tie the strongest fishing knot of all time. It can be good to hop on trends from time to time, especially because people will be coming in to watch trendy videos. However, you want to make timeless content, stuff that is not just a fad that people will be in and out for. You want to make content that people will keep coming back to watch. Make sure that your evergreen content is great and useful and has a high production quality, so that those newcomers who might come in years down the road will be interested to click on and see more of your videos. Speaking of, if you are new to the channel, and especially if you're enjoying this video, please be sure to subscribe down below. It would be very much appreciated and would show that you love this video and want to see more like it. Feel free to drop down to my channel below, click around, watch some videos, and hopefully you like what you see. So thank you in advance for subscribing. Tip number 4, be yourself. Nobody wants to see a fake YouTuber with a fake personality who's pretending to be world famous or who's really cocky. Just be yourself, enjoy fishing, do what you love, and people will really appreciate that. It's also hard to put on an act and be consistent with putting on a character. So even if you wanted to fake being somebody you're not, people will catch on to that and people will know that you're acting. So just be yourself, do what you love, and people will appreciate you. And finally, the last tip, tip number 5, is be patient. Almost nobody has overnight success. And I mean almost nobody, like a tiny percentage of people actually have overnight success. And those are people who somehow get lucky and have a few viral videos in a row. Most likely that's not gonna be you, so you're gonna need to be patient. Implement these tips into your videos, put out great content that people are gonna wanna see and stick around for. Obviously, catch a lot of great fish. Support other YouTubers, make smart decisions, be nice to people, and you will for sure, over time, see growth to your YouTube channel. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips helped you out. Once again, be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you found this helpful and enjoy the channel. I hope to see a lot more YouTubers out there making awesome, entertaining videos and catching a lot of great fish. And I hope to link up with some of you guys. So drop a comment down below if any of these tips helped, and leave a comment if there's any other tips that you have personally. Thank you guys for watching. Tight lines. I hope you guys catch some awesome fish, and I hope you guys have the best of luck starting your own YouTube channels soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.